and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today's video, I'm sure you can guess by the thumbnail and the title, is a very exciting one because I have a very exciting special guest who's trying to bite me down here. Should we give you a chew toy quickly? Let's give you a chew toy. Hello, there we go. You're gonna let mummy film, yeah? No, okay, right. So we have a very exciting guest who joined the family on Sunday, so 4 days ago. I was gonna wait a few weeks to film this, but she's been so good. Oh, you have a little yawny. Oh, you have a little yawny. But she's been so good that I thought you could come on now. So this is little Luna, and Luna is a miniature dachshund, and she is 8 weeks old. And I've got lipstick on your nose. You gave me a kiss, didn't you? She's 8 weeks old, and she is so lovely. So she was born on Valentine's Day, weren't you? So you're an Aquarius sun and a Pisces moon. We don't know her time of birth, so I don't know her rising sign. But she is just the most perfect little sausage ever, aren't you? You're the perfect little sausage. She's so lovely. So lovely. Mummy's got makeup on. You can't lick my face now. You can this morning when I didn't have any on. Yeah. So I have wanted a miniature dachshund for 6 years. As you'll see by my Instagram reel. I had her on my vision board. I had her in my manifestation box. And I've wanted this little one. Should we make you comfy, yeah? I wanted this little one for 6 years. 6 years, guys. So to have her here finally is just the most loveliest thing ever. Like, it's just so amazing to have her, to hear her little squeaks and her little barks, and to see her little face every morning when I wake up. So I want to share this story with you. Hopefully she's gonna be still and let me, but she's such a calm little pup. Honestly, I'm so grateful for how well she's doing, aren't you? You do so well. You do all your wee-wees and poo-poos outside, well, 90% of the time. And for day 4, I feel like that's a miracle. I feel like I am so lucky. I used to have, she's obsessed with chewing my crystal. Luna, no, we can lick it, not chew it, okay? I had a puppy 8 years ago with my ex-boyfriend, and I forgot everything. So I read lots of books before and made sure like I was as prepared as I could be. Wasn't I? Yes, I read my book. So the story of her then. So you guys will know that in December on my Instagram, I posted a post in my Dachshund Christmas jumper saying all about manifestation. And at that point I had zero plan to manifest her, zero plan, because I'm in rented accommodation at the moment. I'm really happy here. This suits me in my stage of life right now. So obviously renting with a dog is like near on impossible and just not a great idea, to be honest. So I was like, well, I want to be living somewhere. I want to own my own house first, and then get her. I was also like, I probably want to be living with somebody first as well, so that it's like joint doing it together, like our little family, instead of me just raising a puppy by myself with all my work and everything else I do. So those things were really the things that I was like, it's not the right time. And I just didn't really have a call to look or, you know, to go or above and beyond to get her at that point. It just didn't feel right. And I knew that at that stage of my life, it just wasn't the right time. So I posted that post at Christmas. So literally what, 4 or 5 months ago. And then come January, my friend Becky, who I went to school with, messaged me and said, oh, are you still looking for a mini dachshund puppy? Because our Vogue, so she has a mini dachshund. And we spoke about this a few years ago, that when she got Vogue, we were like, oh my God, I'll have to have one of her puppies one day. So it was always like a conversation we had of like, oh my gosh. So she got in touch and she was like, Vogue's on heat. We're gonna, you know, go and meet the stud. So yeah, literally like March time, she'll be giving birth. So yeah, like, are you interested? And it was just a whole body yes. Like my whole body was just like, yes. And at the time I thought I was crazy. I remember somebody saying like logic goes out the window. Like, you know, when it's your baby, when it's your dog, just all logic and all your excuses go out the window. Now I'm responsible. So for me, it wasn't that I was making excuses. It was like, I need a stable home. And also, you know, I was like, how am I gonna raise a puppy, you know, with all my work and everything, and having the space and time in my life to give her love? Like for me, it just felt selfish and that I wanted to give her the time and love she deserves. So that is why I was like, I just don't think now's the right time. But when Becky messaged in January, I was like, something had shifted, and I was like, yes. And it's so strange because I think it was after New Year's, I kept, every time I was meditating, I was seeing this dachshund, and I was like, why is there a dachshund in my meditations? But this happened with my goddaughter Bella. She would appear in there, and then she was born in the physical world. So I was like, okay, there's like a little puppy running around. And then Becky got in touch, and I was like, okay, this is a bit weird. Then I had the full body yes. So I went to Mike, my landlord, and I was very nervous to ask him because I was convinced he was going to say no. I was like, he's gonna say no because it's renting, because I've got like cream white carpets, and he does have dogs, or did have dogs himself, but I was like, yeah, I think it's gonna be a no. We thought it was gonna be a no, didn't we? You're getting comfy. Come on then. Let's get comfy. Let's get comfy so you can have a little nap. Yeah? So I thought it was gonna be a no. And to my shock, he said yes, which I was very shocked about. I was like, okay, there's one hurdle, there's one obstacle removed. And I was just like, well, nothing's in my way now. Like, I can just do this. So along those 8 weeks, Becky sent me videos and pictures of Vogue's belly, and like, it was all really exciting and really lovely because not a lot of people see that part of their puppy's journey of like mum being pregnant and seeing the puppies, etc. So that was really, really special. And I was really, really grateful, and just I was grateful to obviously, be getting one from a friend, someone I knew as well, someone who I knew was good and trusted. And you're giving me a lick, are you? You can't lick my makeup, baby. You can't lick my makeup. I'm sorry. I know it doesn't taste nice, does it? But it's all natural. We got to the 8 weeks in the middle of March. So bearing in mind, I thought I was going to get a puppy in the middle to end of May, and had booked a month off work from the middle to from the middle of May, and I was just moving it every day that Vogue went overdue. So she went overdue by 2 weeks nearly, and I think at this time Becky knew that something wasn't right, and they took her to the vets for an emergency C-section, and there were no puppies. And it was just such a weird feeling because it was like for 8 weeks I'd like bought all this stuff, I had prepared, I'd got so invested in this that I was like, what, universe? Like, you gave me all these signs, you gave me the meditations, you made me buy all this stuff, like I've literally got everything, and oh, you're having a yawn, and nothing. And it was so confusing because like Vogue's belly was moving, and like, I saw the videos and I was like, this is crazy, but it must have been a phantom pregnancy. So it was really sad for everybody involved because it was just like, oh, what do I do now? And obviously Becky was like, well, hopefully she'll be on heat by the end of this year, early next year, so maybe you get a Christmas puppy. And to be honest, I wasn't in a rush. I was like, I'll wait, like it's not the end of the world. Everything I had bought was long lasting, like I hadn't brought food or anything, so I thought, look, it will last. Like when it was meant to happen. I love how she always puts her little head between my chest. You feel my heartbeat, do you? So I was like, when it's meant to be, it will be. And then I called up Hannah, obviously crying and upset, and it was really upsetting because it was like this puppy was there and then not there, and it was really hard to, I guess, come to terms with that when I was so invested for 8 weeks, and then you're like, oh my god, the puppy's coming, and then nothing, no puppies. So Hannah was like, I really think you should look at other breeders. I really think you should look online at other breeders and see what's out there. You're ready, you've got everything, like you're ready to go, and you wanted a puppy in the warmer weather. So obviously like I got Max, my pug, 8 years ago in I think November it was, and he was freezing. So I was like, I really do want a puppy to train in the summertime. So it's a bit more warmer for them and they're more likely to go outside to the toilet. And it's just more fun to be outside more in the summer, isn't it? Or like warmer weather. So I had a look on some websites that my friends had got their puppies from, and I saw somebody quite local and contacted him, and sadly she'd gone. And I was very certain that I wanted a black and tan female, very certain. So she's a black and tan mini dachshund, and I was like really set on this. I mean, I wasn't against a boy. I had already covered that eventuality, and he was going to be called Rumi if he was a boy, after Rumi the poet, because obviously the dogs have to have spiritual names, of course. It's me. So he was going to be called Rumi if I had a boy, but the person I contacted nearby, they'd all gone. And he was like, oh yeah, my other dog's giving birth in the next few days, but I don't think they're going to be black and tan. And I just thought, ooh, someone to say like, my other dog's giving birth in a few days after just having a litter from the other dogs, something didn't seem right. And I was just like, ooh, no. I mean, he seemed pleasant enough, like the guy seemed pleasant enough, but I don't know, like my gut was just like, no, then that's not the home you want her from. So I saw this other listing in Hampshire, which was a little bit further away, and they had these black puppies, black mini dachshunds on the cover, like on the cover photo. So I was like, oh, well, I don't want to, you know, just a pure black one. So I didn't click on it, but mum and dad were like, nope, look through the website properly, like have a look. So I clicked on the listing and saw that there was 3 girls and 4 boys. There was 7 in the litter, and the black and tan female was still available. So I messaged Kay and was like, hi, like I'm really interested. And she was doing video calls because of COVID, so it was a shame I wasn't able to go around and meet them and meet mum and stuff, but what can you do in COVID, right? So again, like I was so detached at this point because I was like, it doesn't matter when she comes. Like, yes, I booked a month off work, yes, I had all this stuff, but I really trusted that it was going to happen when it was meant to happen. So I wasn't attached, and I think I was just, and this was all on the same day I found out that Vogue had miscarried. This is it. So I was really just in a state of, I really don't care, like I'm just feeling what I'm feeling right now, and I was just going through the motions, I guess, in terms of like being proactive but also detached to the outcome, which, as we know, is pretty good law of attraction, like feeling the feels, like allowing yourself to feel the emotions, but also detaching from outcomes. So Kay got back to me and was like, yeah, we've got 3 girls in the litter. I've got somebody else video calling about the black and tan girl later. But are you interested in the black, you know, the fully black mini dachshunds? And I was like, I was really honest. She did send photos and they were really cute, and I was like, it's been my dream to have a black and tan female, and I said like I think I would like to stick to that. And I said, you know, please do let me know if the people before me don't, you know, go for her or put a deposit down, like I am really interested. And I said, I literally have everything ready to go. And I didn't say this out of sympathy, like I would never do that, but I just said, you know, if she's meant to be my little Luna, she will be. And I said, you know, I have wanted one for so long, and you know, I explained what happened with Becky, and I just said, you know, just let me know what happens later. If they're not interested, then absolutely, like I'm a very seriously interested, because I didn't want to be like, I want her, because then it just doesn't come across well. And especially when it's dogs, you just don't know people's intentions all the time. So I was just like, no, like I trust. And I think that was the first time in my life I trusted to that degree of, if it's meant to be, it will be. I'm not gonna like push, or I'm not gonna, you know, like. And when I saw her photos, she is the cutest thing ever. Like the photos, I was like, oh my god, she is adorable. So I was just like, if she's meant to be, she will. So I went for a walk and I was speaking on the phone to Hannah, and I was just like, oh, I'm just feels a lot, like I'm inquiring about this puppy. I might have a video call later, because she said she'd give me a call when she got back from work. I was like, it just feels so weird to have gone from puppy to no puppy to potentially puppy. Now obviously at the time Luna was 6 weeks, so I wasn't gonna get her in May. I was gonna get her very sooner. So Kay messaged me back and was like, Emma, I really feel for you. She's like, one of our dogs had exact same thing. And she said, look, the people who had booked, they're messing me around. They haven't booked a time. They're not like, they haven't, you know, they're not like a set time. So she was like, I really feel for you and what's happened. And she's like, I can really tell that, like, you know, you're genuine. So she was like, I want you to view her first. I want you to have a call with her first. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, Hannah, like, oh my god, like I just didn't expect that, and I wasn't asking for that either. I was like, whoa. So I kind of felt that was the universe being like, it's good. So I spoke to Kay that evening, we video called, and I saw little Luna and with her little brothers and sisters as well, and mummy. And she was just perfect. Like, she's just the cutest little thing ever. And she was just so calm and so happy and just loved being stroked and just just love it. Like, wasn't being dramatic, wasn't yappy. Her sister next to her was like going off on one. I was like, thank God I'm not viewing her, because oh my God, and she was just sat there staring around like no cares in the world, happy-go-lucky. And I thought, that's my Luna, the happy-go-lucky pup who loves being stroked and is just happy sitting there looking, living at her best life. So I was like, yes, definitely want to go ahead. So I put my deposit down for her, and Kay was like, oh, you know, we're dropping her brother down to Cornwall, so we can obviously pop her down to you on the same way, save you coming to us. And I was like, well, if you could, like, that would be amazing, thank you. And yeah, literally a week and a half later she came. So it went from my month off in May to having to suddenly reschedule 5 weeks of my calendar, coaching clients, everything, interviews, everything. And it was pretty stressful, because I thought, oh my God, like, I've tried to be so organized here. I've tried to be so considerate to like my work commitments and like give them all the notice, because I am taking a month off. Although I'm doing stuff like this, I'm taking a month off from sessions, because it's just impossible. And I'm seeing the reality of that. It's impossible to just be like, right, at this time, I'm going to sit and have this coaching session with somebody, because she needs my love and I want to bond with her. Like, this time is precious. So I'm taking a month off. I am doing bits of work, because obviously she needs to get used to the fact that it's not going to be playtime all of the day. So yes, we then had to, me and Donna, my OBM, we had to move 5 weeks off my schedule, which was obviously fun. But luckily all my lovely clients were super understanding, and obviously we said what was happening and that I did try to be organized. I did try to plan this, but the universe had clearly other plans and Luna needed to come sooner. So it was just strange, from like literally a 12-hour period to go from getting that news from Becky to having Luna coming in a week and a half. I was like, this is crazy. And obviously my friends were like, well, isn't it funny how the universe delivers? And I was like, yeah, of course. And this is what happened with my book deal. I don't know if you guys have watched my second book deal video, but essentially in the same day it went from my current publisher being like, I don't think we can distribute this in the way you want, to my actual traditional publisher getting in touch and saying, we want you to write a book on money and manifestation. And I'm like, I have a whole manuscript that needs a publisher. So literally this is again like so proof of when one door closes another door opens. And I was open, you know. I'm so glad Hannah pushed me. I'm so glad she was like, look, I know it's shit and I know it sucks, but you're ready and there are other puppies out there. And I think that's what a lot of my friends said, like, there are other puppies. Like, stop thinking that Luna has to come from Vogue. Like, stop thinking that that's the only way, because it's not. And when I opened up and just, you know, put myself out there, the very same day she came in. So she came home on Sunday. So when you're watching this, a week and a half ago, or nearly 2 weeks ago. And honestly, it's just been the best thing ever. Like, she's so good, and everybody who's met her, like, she's just been so amazing. Like, she's met Bella and Faith, my godkid, she's met Imogen, my friend Charlie's daughter, she's met all of my friends nearly now, my neighbours. She's just perfect. Like, I know everybody says that about their babies, but she really is. Like, she slept through the night every single night. She stirred, I think, once at like 3 a.m, then just went back to sleep. She doesn't poo or wee in her crate. She's very tidy. Like, she's very like, nope, I'm not going in my like little area. She's great. I mean, like with everything, potty training is obviously something you're going to master with them, but to be honest, even that is going so well, and she's doing so well, and she loves playing, and she's just a really nice pup who's like really calm and really great. Like, even now, like, I think a lot of people will be surprised she sat in my arms just asleep this whole time. Like, she loves it. She loves being on me, and I love playing with her, and it's great because she's really playful and really like loves it, but then equally, like, she'll settle down and, you know, she understands when mummy's got to do something or mummy's got to work, or, you know, like, she's just great. So I feel so blessed, so grateful and so blessed to have Luna here, obviously safe and well, but also to have such a lovely positive pup who is, oh, you can hear me talking about you, who is just so lovely, like so lovely nature, so gentle, so loving, but also just like so much fun as well. And like we have lots of fun in the garden, don't we? We like to run around. And when Bella and Faith were here, my god kids, like literally she was in her element, like they were just wearing her out. And like literally it was just great to see them all playing together, and she's just been great. Like she's been so good. Honestly, I can't get over how well behaved she is, how good she is. But I think it's a testament to obviously her nature of who she is, but also the home she came from as well, because she really was well looked after. And I'm really grateful that I found Kay and that she was so lovely and it was genuine, because obviously you have these fears of like, oh my god, it's like a stranger on the internet. But honestly, couldn't have asked for a better manifestation in terms of her owners, in terms of her coming to me, in terms of who she is, and obviously what we're, you know, how we're bonding together. It is just magical. And it's so nice to be a mummy now. It's so nice to be a mummy. And of course she's got Instagram. My mum forced me to do this, and I was like, I'm not setting up my dog on Instagram. And now I'm like, we've set the dog up on Instagram. So she's Luna Mumford. So her name's Luna, I've said that. I feel like I've missed out so much stuff because I'm just like in puppy zone. Her name's Luna, but her unofficial name is Luna Daphne, because of course Bridgerton had to get the Bridgerton reference in. So Daphne's her middle name, which obviously we'll never use, but it's there. The Bridgerton reference is there. She's born on Valentine's Day, so literally like such a sweet, sweet little thing of like, she's my little Valentine's present every year. And to be honest, like now I'm here, now she's here, I see that it really was the perfect time and that I can handle it, and that actually it's given me the perfect excuse to take a month off work. It's given me the perfect excuse to cultivate that work-life balance even more. I love my walks, so now I've got a little walking buddy when she can go out. And I've got a little best friend, you know, I've got a little partner, a little team here. So to be honest, I am so grateful that I got her in this stage of my life right now, because you know, it's us, it's me, she's mine. She's not like from a couple or whatever. And obviously I wouldn't plan to break up with someone, but do you know what I mean? You just never know with those sorts of things. So it's just nice to have her as mine, and like, you know, us be best friends, and us come together, and us do all our fun adventures that we're gonna do together. So to be honest, yeah, thank you universe, of course, for this beautiful manifestation, but it was not something I ever thought was gonna happen now. I thought couple years, once I've bought a place, once I've settled down, like, do you know what I mean? Like couple years, it'll be fine. And then it's just so weird that come New Year, like literally come January the 1st, this little one was in my meditations like, Mum, I'm coming. And then obviously the whole journey unfolded, but obviously it felt rubbish when I found out the awful news about Vogue, and obviously it was upsetting for everybody because it was just like, oh my gosh. And obviously Vogue was safe and well, which was the most important thing. But again, to have that like 12-hour turnaround, it's like, what? Like, oh, the universe never ceases to surprise me, guys. The universe never ceases to surprise me in terms of how manifestations turn up. But she is definitely my most favorite manifestation, because why wouldn't she be? She's just the best. And it just was really surreal that she's here, and I'm like, whoa, like that's 6 years, hun. Like literally over 6 years I've wanted to have a little mini dash hound, black and tan. I did want a boy to start off with, actually. I did always want a boy. But then I realised like the last sort of 3-4 years I definitely wanted a girl pup, and I'm so grateful I've got a girl, because it's us, and she loves pink, and she's just the best. Like I literally cannot stress how amazing she is. Like I'm so proud of how well she's doing, how well she's settled. Like even the first day she just bossed it, like settled herself in, you know, we bonded, had lots of playtime. Like obviously my parents were here, and my loved ones, and my friends came over as well. So like she's a pro. Honestly, I'm so proud of how well she's doing. And it's only day 4. Like I'm like, whoa, it feels like she's been here forever. It feels like she's literally just always been here, and she's like the best manifestation and best like Christmas present ever. But it's just so weird that I posted that jumper and spoke about manifesting her, and then literally the next month it really did start to happen. So everyone was like, oh my god, how did you keep this from us for 4 months? Like, that must have been so hard. And I was like, I guess it was at some points, but also like I'm definitely like, it wasn't that hard, because obviously, you know, I think it's nice to just not share everything until it's here. And obviously, like, I'm glad I didn't, because obviously it wasn't really certain until a week and a half ago. So, you know, I think it's like, don't talk about things until you're through them, and also like share things when it's right to, share things when it feels good to. And I think like that's how I live most of my life. Like, I don't share every massive manifestation, I don't share everything, but what I do share is shared with love and what I feel comfortable sharing with you guys. So I think that's the most important thing. But yes, it was so exciting to go along this journey. I was like, nobody knows. And when I put on my Instagram of like, oh, guess what it is, like, you know, I've had a lovely manifestation come in, guess what it was? Everybody thought I was pregnant. Everybody thought I was pregnant. And I was like, I wouldn't post that kind of post saying, guess what it is, if I was pregnant. I would just tell people I was pregnant. So that did make me laugh a lot, that people thought it was a human baby, but it is a baby of some forms. It is a doggy baby. So I'm so excited to be her mummy. Come on, they want to see you. They want to see you for a second. You can have a nice nap afterwards when mummy's editing this. But I'm just so grateful that she chose me to be her mummy. She's just perfect and she's just the best. What are you doing? You're nuzzling into my boobies again. They just want to see you for a second and then you can have a little sleep. But you've been so good, haven't you? You're just so perfect. You're so cute. You're so perfect. You're so well behaved. And you're just the most sweetest little thing ever. And your nanny and granddad love you. And all your aunties and uncles love you. And you're just the best, aren't you? You're just the best. And you're like, what is this? What is all these cameras? What's these lights? Who's mummy talking to? You don't even know how many people love you, do you? You don't even know. Well, here's my manifestation story of me and beautiful Luna. Obviously you will see lots more of Luna on my Instagram and on her Instagram as well. But I hope you have enjoyed this manifestation story, and I hope it brings you hope and lots of magic if you feel that maybe something feels helpless, or even like me, you were like, that is not gonna happen right now, because that would be ridiculous. It can. The universe is like, makes no mistakes, remember. So she was like, actually mum, I am ready to come in, whether you like it or not, I'm coming, weren't you? You're like, actually mum, now's the time. But you're perfect, aren't you? So thank you so much guys for watching my video. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below of your best manifestations and what you think of little Luna. And we will see you all in our next video next week. But this one's not going to be in every video, are you? This is just your special video, isn't it? Yeah, your special video. Right, you're going to say bye to everybody, Luna? Say bye, lots of love. You say lots of love.